Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will be reacting to BTS Life Goes On, and this song won our latest Patreon poll. And we are also going to be reacting to the Life Goes On lyric analysis, song meaning interview by the guys that we also found on YouTube. I think the channel is called Genius. So we'll be reacting to that video exclusively for our Patreon members. So be sure to check that out if you are interested.
I'm anxious to see both videos, so let's get started.
All right.
Okay, I know it's very early on, but he was wearing
13 seconds.
He was wearing a mask, so I'm wondering if this has anything to do with COVID. We shall see.
아직도 멈추질 않아 저 먹구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐 몹시 아프네 세상이란 놈이 지갑기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 되감기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 시자 더 뜨거운 숨 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가발이 뜨지지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아 저 미래로 달아나자.
Oh wow, this is deep. And I think you're exactly right.
Lots of hints.
Lots of hints.
The world stopped suddenly.
Yeah, without any warning.
Yes.
And then when the scene through the tunnel, it said, "Will this ever stop?"
Right.
You're definitely right. This has to be a COVID song. And I'm already getting so emotional because it was so hard to put into words that March, at least for the US, when everything shut down, as it should have. You know, it was the right thing to do, but it was so hard mentally. And I love how they mentioned spring, like spring was just right around the corner when all of this happened, because I remember thinking that winter for us was so harsh. Lots of snow, rain, clouds every day, and March is kind of when our area starts to get a little warmer. It starts to get a little sunnier. You know, the birds are chirping, the flowers are starting to bloom. We're getting into the springtime. But then you couldn't leave your house. Everybody was on lockdown. And I feel like this is the first song lyrically that kind of explains that sadness and that I don't know, that emotional turmoil that we were all going through. Just, is this ever going to end?
Right.
Will life ever just continue going back to normal? Is it, you know, are we going to be in this lockdown forever? It was very hard.
It was very difficult. And before I forget, when they were in the car, and then you see Jin, who's sitting at the front of the car, and Jin is known for since he's the oldest, for kind of taking care of everyone. Mm-hmm. And he turns around almost as if he's checking to see if the guys are okay.
Aww.
That's how I interpret it.
I missed that when I think I was reading the lyrics. I missed that little bit.
Well, one of the
That's
things,
so sweet.
It is very sweet, and he's very sweet. And we both have discovered that every scene, every lyric is very intentional and has meaning. And so now I'm really paying attention to those subtle little scenes, the subtle words has so much meaning, and that's how I interpret when Jin turns around. Make sure, are you know, okay, my boys are okay.
Taking care of them.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Okay.
Yeah. And this is only the beginning, so
yeah,
there's probably a lot of other little hints throughout this video. I love it already.
I love this already.
It's so relatable to everybody in the world.
Yes.
And they only do songs that I've seen so far that are meaningful, that has deep memories, that has that affects so many people.
Right.
That's what I love about them. And that's why so many people take comfort in them.
Exactly.
Young, old.
Oh, there it is. Look at him.
He's so sweet and caring.
Oh.
Hold my hand.
Okay, let's keep going.
All right.
세상이 다 변했대. 다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 여태 안 변했네.
Suga is like sing rapping. This is a part of his voice I've never heard before. He sounds very different than normal.
Do you mind turning it back a little bit, because I was totally paying attention to something else?
Yes, I will. Typically Suga has that baby face, and then he comes in with his rapping and he's really intense.
Yes.
And he's very intense, and he has this, you know, this look. Not quite like that, but he has this look on his face, this intensity, but he's very soft right here. I've just never seen that part of him.
I gotta see this.
So let me rewind it for you.
사람들은 말해 세상이 다 변했대. 다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 여태 안 변했네. 늘 하루 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일을 또 함께 이어보자고. 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지 마 빛은 더 떠오르니까.
Okay, J-Hope is singing. He sounds so good.
That smile just makes you happy. His smile is contagious. Okay, now I know why I didn't understand, because I was looking at the lyrics and I didn't see Sugar's face.
Yeah. Well, did you just see that J-Hope was singing?
Yes!
And J-Hope, okay, I was talking about Suga coming at everybody with intensity, but J-Hope has this really nice rasp to his voice when he's rapping that's very unique. It doesn't sound like anybody else. I've mentioned that in other videos before. And now he's singing. He sounds so good. I'm gonna go back to J-Hope's part too.
Yes, please. Okay, so I pick up on this, that there's no end in sight. Mm-hmm. And he's driving, that's V, right? Mm-hmm. He's driving and he's looking at the stadium, probably remembering that he probably performed there, and they haven't performed there in so long, and he has no idea the next time they're going to perform. So again, all these subtle hints, and it makes my heart just go out for them, because we're all in it together.
Right. I am going to pause it here. We're pausing a lot in this song. But you're right. When you were mentioning that Jin was in the front seat looking back, that's exactly the line where it says, hold my hand to that future. Like he's going, because he's the oldest and he's like the big brother and they all look up to him. He is the one who's going to lead them into that bright future again.
I love it.
I love
that
it.
meaning. Look at his face.
I know, so sweet.
Like an echo in the forest, 하나가 돌아오겠지. 아무래도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on. Like an arrow in the blue sky. 또 하루도 날아가지. On my pillow, on my table. Yeah, life goes on like this again. I remember.
This part kind of gives a feeling of hope. They're smiling, they're looking at each other, life goes on, and it's a beautiful, they're harmonizing beautifully here.
Yes.
The harmony is beautiful, all their voices are beautiful, and it's got an uplifting...
It's starting to get that uplifting, life does go on kind of feeling.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Oh my gosh, Jimin and V harmonizing together. You got V's lowesty low voice. You have Jimin's high incredible notes. And them two harmonizing together. You have that huge contrast in their voices. And it just sounds so angelic, so beautiful. And like V was singing, I remember, life goes on. So... like I said in the beginning of this video, I feel like this is the first song lyrically that kind of expresses how everybody was feeling during that time. There's a lot of confusion, there was a lot of depression, a lot of just sadness and being lonely. There were so many people who were lonely, and they were even all dressed in pajamas for a lot of their video, which I feel is relatable because I was definitely in lockdown wearing my pajamas, watching TV and eating too much food. So just wondering, when is this going to end?
Yes.
My feet, aren't moving. When is this going to end? And then you're right. It has that hopeful quality that, life does go on. Like there will be a time when we get to that future that Jin's trying to lead all the guys to, that bright future. Hold my hand and we'll go to that future, that it will come. It will come to an end.
I think they're huge humanitarians. They have a lot of empathy for people, not just themselves. They're just so human. And I think they're so sophisticated and geniuses for being so young, for being so deep. And they're just so young. I admire that so much. They're just brilliant. And they could sing, songs about love, which is, wonderful too. They could sing songs about superficial things. But a lot of their songs have so much meaning, and I almost feel as if they love the world, they love positivity, and this is their gift. That, yes, in the beginning of the song, people were wondering, when is this going to end? And then as the song evolves, it becomes beautiful, and the beat is inspirational, and life goes on. We're all going to be okay. I just love them because so many people listen to their music because they're sad or lonely or depressed. And so many people thank BTS because they helped them through this loneliness, depression. And, you know, during the beginning of COVID, everybody was confused and locked up in their homes, just like me. Fortunately, when it first started, you lived next door to me.
Yes.
And that made it so much easier. But then I eventually moved, and then you eventually moved when you bought your home. And then I still felt a little lonely, and I'm sure you did too. So we didn't see a lot of people during that time.
We did not see a lot of people.
I did not see family for a couple of years. We just wanted to stay safe because we just didn't know.
Yeah.
We just didn't know. So this song is so relatable. It's extremely meaningful. It's beautiful. Thank you, BTS.
Thank you, BTS. And thank you for voting for this song in the polls, because this is up there for one of my favorite. Just the melody, the harmonies, J-Hope's voice. Hello. He has such a good voice. I mean, this was such a good one and very meaningful and deep. They have such depth to them. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a like. Subscribe to our channel. Check out our Patreon, because we're going to be reacting to their interview of talking about the meaning of this song, which I think we got.
I think so.
You were, when you paused it in the very beginning, I thought, whoa, it's only like 10 seconds
what are you doing?
in. I'm like, it's too soon to tell. But the first verse of lyrics, it was, I think you...
With the mask.
You nailed it. So, And anyways, we'll catch you in the next video.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.